Hey guys, what's going on today? So here's your vocab. I'm going to ask that we pause the video so that you guys can get this down today. On that sheet, kind of keep working towards that, and we're almost done with this for the week. So just make sure that we're keeping up with this and doing this every day. Next, after that, I'd like you guys to try to solve your warm-ups. It's a review from yesterday. If you guys want to get your notes out of the bin, that works. Let's make sure that we have that there so that we can go over this and solve these areas. All right, so this time I would ask that we pause the video and allow you guys about 7 to 8 minutes to work on this. So now that you've had the chance to work on this, I just want to give you guys the answers for this because I'm going to work through some other ones today. And I want to basically show you kind of just where the answer is and what your bases are for finding surface area. So your base is this 7 by 5 box here and the 7 by 5 box here. So that's going to be your two bases. Your perimeter then would be 24 and your height is 7. So you just plug that all into your calculator and you come up with 238 as your answer. For this one, you've got these bases here and the cylinder. That's a pretty easy one for us to spot most of the time. All right, so we know that we're going to use the 2 base, or the base. Well, yeah, we're going to use 2 base plus circumference plus height for the cylinder. So your base would be 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h, and that's your formula there, and you should come up with 276.3 yards cubed, or yards squared, and this would be meters squared there. After that, what you guys will see is that we have a just a normal cube here. So here's your base right here and here. So your two bases. So what you have to do is find the area of the base and multiply that by the height. And once you do that, you come up with 288 meters cubed. And that's going to be a cubed one because, again, we're taking 3 measurements instead of 2. Last but not least, here's your base here. Here's your base here for finding volume. And what we're going to do is take the base times the height. So that becomes basically volume equals pi r squared h. And what we know that to be is 401.9 yards cubed. All right, so that's kind of there. As a refresher, here's your formulas for what you guys are doing today. Just kind of make sure that we have those there and put together. Remember that B, capital B, is the area of the base. So if it's a rectangular base, it's 2 times the product of L times W, or your length times width. All right, plus the perimeter, all of the sides added up, times the height. You add those two together and come up with your answer. So what that kind of really looks like for us, all right? So here's my first base here in the cylinder, all right? And here's my bases over here. And I want you guys to practice this real quick and see if you guys can't come up on a scrap paper or on the back of your warm-up or something like that. Come up with how to solve these, all right? But we know that surface area equals 2 base plus CH here. And we know that to be surface area equals 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. Okay, and again, those are just the formulas for area of a circle and circumference of a circle. So what I know here is I know my base is 12, or I know my surface area is 2 times 3.14 times 12 squared plus 2 times 3.14 times 12 times 6. And I kind of ran out of room there, so I'm going to kind of work through this and go 3.14 times 144, doing my parentheses, my exponents first, right? Plus 3.14, 12, and 6. So as I kind of work through this real quick, I get get 904 here, 0.3 plus, then I have to go 2 times 3.14 times 12 times 6, and I get 452.2. I add those two together. I get 1,356.5 feet squared. That's my final answer there. This next one will be a little bit easier. I know right away that I could just find the area of the 4 by 6, and I know that to be 24. So I have 2 times 24, right, plus 2, oh, excuse me, plus perimeter, which would be 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 6 plus 6, so I have a perimeter of 20 and a height of 8. 20 times 8 is 160, so 48 plus 160. Once I have that together, I get 208 as my answer there in inches squared. All right, next, what I see is I see this for a cube. If it's a cube, it just take that side length I give you and cube it basically. Hence that is. Here's our two formulas today. All right, so we know that volume equals the base times the height, where the capital B again is that area of the base. And then when we look at that, it's the same thing for the cylinder as well. So here's the first thing right here is we're going to cut that in half because it's a diameter. So what we're going to do is volume equals pi r squared h. So volume equals pi 4 squared times 6 is an answer there. All right, so what I know right off the bat here is that I have a 16 times 6, and I have that as 96 pi, so V equals 96 pi. Now I can plug in that 3.14, V equals 96 times 3.14, and I should come up with an answer of 301.96 centimeters cubed. Last but not least, here's my two bases here, just to kind of give you the original shape. That there's my height. So I have volume equals area of the base times the height. Area of the base is going to be 100, so volume equals 100, and my height is going to be 12, so volume equals 1200 feet cubed. All right, so let's get going. I have just a few problems for you guys to work on today, so hopefully you guys can get that done, and I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks.